to something special. Welcome to TEDx. This TEDx event is part of a global conversation that takes place every day in every corner of the world. In schools, in theatres, in workplaces, even in prisons, people gather to hear the best ideas bubbling up in their communities. More than 3,000 TEDx events are held every year in 170 countries. It's a remarkable thing. TEDx events are self-organized under a license from TED, a non-profit organization devoted to discovering and sharing powerful ideas in the form of TED Talks. It's not TED itself, but your local TEDx team of volunteers that has done all the work to put on today's event, including booking all of the speakers. It's this team's ideas, dedication, and time that have made this possible. We really hope today's program sparks an exciting conversation. This is a day for curiosity and for skepticism, for inspiration and for action. The more you enter into it, the more you will take out. And now, on with the show.
Test 1, 2, 3. What first comes to mind when you think of Thai art and culture? You might think of the white hand gesture, or even the delicious Thai cuisine, som tam. But to me, what first comes up to mind is actually the art of Khon, also known as the Thai royal mass dance, which depicts the epic story of Ramakien or Ramayana. Alongside with that, I also think of the Thai instrument called Ranat, which is also known as the Thai xylophone. To briefly share with you my journey as to how I embarked onto the exploration of Khon, I'd like to throw it back to an opportunity. When we were in 9th grade, we had the opportunity to visit the Nitat Ratanakosin Museum around the Thonburi area in Bangkok, Thailand. And my initial perception of this field trip was that it was going to be mundane in that we would have to follow the tour guide, take notes, walk along the ways to different zones, and also spend a great time with your friends. But turns out, the experience to the museum was far from ordinary and truly exceeding my expectations in every way. Because as I was walking through each and every zone, I actually encountered this wall that extravagantly displayed Khon headpieces ranging from characters like Hanuman, the white monkey, to Sukhrev, or even the character of Nilapat. So after our trip to the museum, I of course encountered the wall, and my first intuitive response was to grab up my phone and take a selfie. But apart from that, I also immediately texted my friend who was already involved in the Khon community and was asking him how could I exactly take part and further explore the art of Khon too. So 3 weeks later, an opportunity popped up for us to perform at Kino Renon's grand opening ceremony. And our parents ended up sending all 3 of their children to Krulam's Khon Center. We diligently rehearsed and got to explore the different characters in the story of Ramakien. And through this, we also got to spend invaluable family time together. So here are some photos, and we eventually got to perform at Kino Renon's grand opening ceremony. So that kick-started our journey in Khon. Apart from that, it's actually so nostalgic because our second performance was right here in this auditorium at ICS with amazing audiences. Moving on, I also further explored the art of Khon by reaching out to Mr. Benjamin Tardif, an international Khon mentor and performer. And through this discussion or interview, we discussed about his journey in embarking and exploring Khon. But apart from that, there was this specific topic and question that still stood out to me today, which was how exactly could we integrate the arts of Kon into modern times? And after this question was posed, it was very challenging for us to approach this question because how exactly do we find the balance between cultural preservation and the modernization of it? Where exactly does the sweet spot land? So because of this, we decided to approach it through the concept of cultural syncretism, which is the blending and fusion of different cultures. And building off of this idea of syncretizing, I thought we could use cultural syncretism as a monumental vehicle for change, in that we could use it to integrate social issues, urgent ones such as climate change and PM 2.5, in which we're currently experiencing the negative ramifications of it firsthand. So because of this, now at this juncture, you may be wondering, but how exactly does this manifest? So because of this, the Thai Jairakon crew and I have put together a special performance for you from the episode of Jong Tanon, which is the exact same episode we performed at the Hinoranong's grand opening ceremony. Except that there's a tweak to it. This is the syncretized version of it, in which we integrated the issue of climate change in order to not only preserve culture, but also raise awareness on the importance of taking incremental actions for change. So please allow me to briefly introduce you to the characters today. So we have Marco, Fern, Guideline, and I, who will be performing as Hanuman, the white monkey, to create the PM 2.5 giant, as well as the turtle. So without further ado, please give a big round of applause to welcome all of the characters onto the stage. Thank you. Hope you enjoy. Thank you everyone for your a round of applause and for your amazing support and enthusiasm. So I hope that through that live demonstration, you could see that there are endless possibilities that we could explore the value and the avenue as to how we could utilize cultural syncretism by integrating the value and the importance and the urgency of climate change. So there are two major takeaways to this speech. Firstly, I'd like to encourage you all to become more observant and take inspiration from the small details that we encounter in life. You never know that a trip to the museum in one particular wall could shift the direction and encourage you to enter and onto another journey in exploring another form of art, for instance, the art of koan. Secondly, I would like to also share with you the importance of cultural preservation through the act of syncretism. As you can see here today, we've shown to you that there's so much potential and so many avenues that we could use syncretism as a vehicle to not only preserve culture, but also encourage people to captivate their interest and encourage them to further explore the art of koan. All in all, I would like to share with you that koan was initially an unexplored area of our family. We've heard of it, but it's always been an elusive form of art. But now that through a trip to the museum, I got to further explore it, and it became something that I hold very close to my heart till now. So with an open sky above your head, don't forget to explore the unexplored. Thank you.ขอบคุณค่ะ briefly encourage the performers to come on stage and look forward to them. Thank you. Thank you so much to invite all of the